start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. From the 31, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Henry again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup.
It's going to be a long afternoon.
Derrick Henry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll fight.
Field, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Tannehill now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan a little jet sweep to start the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry, and they'll be looking
to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Here comes Rager. Away. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up throwing again on second down. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
For the 41. They'll throw again. Cousins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It'll go as play action. It's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
And now a sneak, Tannehill. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown. The offense comes out here, Charles. Remember, they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
In this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and 8 coming from the 19. To throw, Cousins. Incomplete. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there in the final seconds. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
They'll roll him out right. And this one... Inside handoff, Henry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is...
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He's able to get Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are back within a score. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in...
Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now Cousins. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Cousins now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going
for yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Henry again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Tannehill. And he'll find it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
But there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
And lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Cousins. That's complete. It's Cook. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Escaping the pressure right. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big.
Got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish.
That'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.